That time you put C4 in just the right spot and blew it when your teammates shouted, "They're on the stairs!" That time you rappelled down the edifice of a building and cleared out a defender from a window upside down. That time your plan sucked in Terrorist Hunt, and the last thing you heard was the wheezy gasp of a bomber just before half your team was incinerated. Or that time a YouTuber shot the hostage in the face at the end of round 5, just when you were about to win.
Oh my god, he did it! Oh my god!
Dude!
He shot the hostage in the face!
What a monster.
The Rainbow Six Siege beta that we previewed last week was made up of these moments. Siege is a tough, tactical game with wily AI and even wilier human opponents, where careful communicating teams must plan, execute, and adapt, or pretty much get their asses handed to them. What we saw in this build of Siege were new operators, attackers Blitz, IQ, and Fuse, and defenders Doc, Bandit, and Jaeger. Note some people have already seen Doc. 2 new maps, Consulate and Hereford Base, hosted rounds of TDM Bomb, TDM Hostage, TDM Secure Area, and PvE Disarm Bomb and Terrorist Hunt Classic. Yes, devs have dropped the Tarot Hunt slang, probably because they were getting too many tarot card SEO hits. My overall impression of the new operators were that many of their gadgets aren't as useful as the original roster in PvP, but rather seem designed for the new PvE modes. For example, Jaeger's active defense device that stops incoming grenades would actually hurt you in PvP, where getting the enemy team to frag the hostage is a legit winning strategy. But in the PvE disarm bomb mode, where waves of enemy AI breach a room you're defending, could be the key to stopping enemy grenades from overwhelming your fire team. My favorite new operator ended up being Blitz, whose flash shield is essentially an on-demand flashbang grenade, akin to how Sledge has a permanent breaching ability with his hammer. When it comes to modes, Vegas fans asked and Ubi delivered with Terrorist Hunt Classic. Unlike Disarm Bomb, the new PvE mode has no side objectives, and teams go full America on a building full of white masked bad guys. It was this mode that the enemy AI showed their prowess by free roaming the map, even flanking outside the building to pick off repelling operators.
Right there,
Take cover.
3, 3, 2, 1.
Shot one left.
Right side wall.
He's in the room.
Nice job.
Nice job.
When it came to gunplay, the weapons of Siege still feel a little too friendly for a tactical shooter. The ability of those carrying shields to rapidly hipfire pistols in particular felt wrong. Shotguns, on the other hand, were the standout of this build by not falling victim to the typical video game trope, and delivering stopping power at decent range as a shotgun should. Not to mention punching sweet peekaboo holes in walls. Siege still needs to balance weapons a little to discourage run-and-gun tactics that could ruin its tactical aspects. That's what a beta's for. Our team coach kept choosing IQ solely for her weapons, and at the end of a 3-hour session, despite having wiped out the opposing team several times by herself, hadn't cracked her electronics detector gadget. At the end of the day, I had a great time with the Siege beta. There's nothing quite like coming up with a plan on the fly and getting all the moving parts to work. Each round felt like a small game of shooter chess. The catch is that communication relies largely on people talking. A new Evolve-style spotting mechanic, great directional sound, and the ability for dead friendlies to use surveillance cameras to spot enemies have all reduced the need for chatting. But any team that's talking will probably win. Talking and planning with a team is both Siege's greatest strength and potentially greatest weakness. I, for one, will not be reaching for the usual mute all button that is necessary to tolerate playing so many other multiplayer shooters. We'll see what the casual game is like when the beta drops on September 24th. For ongoing coverage of Rainbow Six Siege, stay tuned to GameSpot.com.
Keep quiet, stay alert.
Hostage secured.
Move quickly.
Extraction successful. Good work.